Good morning, YouTube land. Hope you're all well. First and foremost, hope you had a great weekend. For all my fellow Northerners that got some snow, hope you got yourself dug out. We just got done digging ourselves out. The kid had to go to work. He's had to work the last couple of days, so he's been working and sneaking in his model building time. So for this week's basically model cars and coffee, we're going to just kind of discuss a little bit of the last 4 days with the AMC Livecast 72-hour group build. What a tremendous amount of fun. We got to meet some really great new people on there. Some people have been in the kind of the background on YouTube for a while in the chats, participating in the chats, but they were really cool to get them guys on camera, get them on there. We even had a gentleman that was deaf and was having a lot of fun and talking about his builds. We kind of got people to seek him out a little bit and check out his channel. He wants to do a lot more with his channel. Really cool. He also then went over to Brian's at Got Fuels. We were talking about that. It was either Thursday or Friday. So then he checked out Brian's page as well. Got in there live. Brian did a really good job letting them come on and show Post-it notes. Really cool. That's what this community is all about, making everybody feel like one. So really cool. You couldn't have picked it out to be any better. So again, thanks to Brian Burwell over at Got Fuels, because we kind of were on at his same time as well. Very understanding. We're just doing it because it was a holiday thing. We're not going to stay on Saturdays, not at all. We want to respect everybody's time slots. So, but thank you to everybody that participated. Of course, King Bob, amazing builder, got his done Friday night. And his Nova's awesome. So go over there and check out King Bob Model Works channel. Check out his Nova, and we'll go from there. So from here, I'm going to flip this camera around, show you where we got down, where we're kind of going to leave off, and explain what the next steps are for these builds. So be right back. All right, so here's the build. Many of you might know this one here is actually my buddy build Demon with Joe and Bruce, and / tribute build to a buddy of mine. I had this thing painted before. It did not fare out well, especially to go black. His theory was if he ever got one of these things, it was going to be black, and then with the white stripe, but the Demon stripe is lower than the Duster stripe, and we could have been cruising buddies is what he used to call it. But he never ended up getting a Demon, and sadly he passed away last year, roughly about this time, right before Christmas. So we got this thing lined back out. We've got it painted again. We've got the base on it, and it looks phenomenal. I got a couple little spots of dirt, so we're going to let this guy cure out and get nice and hard and gas out, and we will touch up on those couple little spots with some 8000, and then we will lay out the stripes, and then from there get this guy in clear, and we can get this thing assembled and onto the finish line. So we'll probably work on the motor for this today, as we're doing the motor for the Coronet. I'm so very excited to get this in paint. Now the Coronets. Here's the Coronets right here that we were doing for the 72-hour build. And my kid picked this kit. He won this kit, a few years ago, so it's been kind of itching to build it, being it's a Pro Street kit. And so I decided, many of you might have seen my zombie build that I announced that I would do on a zombie build someday, which was this Coronet here. I started it. I think I even did a model cars and coffee with it. So we never finished it, so we figured we'd get to going on it. He was doing this, so I figured, well, let's do the same kits, and we can share knowledge. It was a great way for me to see what problems I was going to have to work out on mine and explain to him what areas he needed to sand and look for. When you're getting new to model building, and sometimes they do some clever ways of merging their mold lines into the body lines to not be so disruptive to the flat surfaces. Some people just paint right over them. So, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I know he wanted to do a more higher quality paint job this time versus his GTO that he did in the 48-hour group build. And he did a really good job on this thing. This car has some minor body line issues that you kind of have to shape and carve into and work out. He did a great job doing that. He also decided to add the valance ahead of time as well and get it all painted. Really turned out good. It's a beautiful, the camera's actually doing a pretty good job. This base coat is a candy lime metallic, and so when this thing gets some clear on it after he puts decals on it, it's going to be really cool to see what this thing does. You can see in the light how this thing is just metal flaking into a kind of a goldish yellowish hue. Really cool paint. So being he wanted to kind of mimic a little bit of the box art, we opted to change our color on mine. So mine, we did some extensive body work on this one to get it flat. I decided to go green as well because I don't have any green builds. I've never built a model that has been green. And being he went with the lighter tone like the box art, instead of me doing like the lime green, I decided to use this F8 green, which is a Plymouth color, Dodge color. I had to figure out the primer tone to get this color to be the way the factory would do it. So I feel like I did a pretty good job getting the primer color matched, toned out right. And it turned out remarkable. I'm very, very happy with the base coat. We'll get the stickers on it, and then we will get this thing in clear as well. But I want to leave them in the paint to cure a little bit more. I have a couple little spots up here on the roof. I think you can see I have a couple little dust spots there. So I want to buff that out with some 8000 as well. Like I said, we want to use these things for the show. So we definitely want to get them done before Christmas. And it's going to be really, really cool. So I molded in the valance. Let's see if you can see that. So we took the mold line out of there and molded that in as one piece. And then just kind of reshaped the corners to where it still didn't disrupt the fender. We've changed this up. So we're going to go to a whole nother direction with the car versus the Pro Street era. We're going to make this thing a resto mod. Never done a resto mod. Everybody always gives me crap because I do everything drag race theme. So we're going to do something a little out of our comfort zone. We're going to go resto mod. Being Josh is going Pro Street with this, we're just going to do resto mod. We've got all the wheels and tires done. I'm currently working on the interior, so we're doing like a leather interior in it. I'm not a leather interior guy, but resto mod, we're going to go with a little bit fancier interior. So some of my build from the 24-hour cancer build with the 29 Ford has done some inspiring on some of the characters that we're doing to the creature comforts of this build here. So been a lot of fun. Like I said, I'm enjoying this kit quite well. AMT kit, very good. I love these AMT kits. They have some of the nice detail stuff. So with that being said, those are our builds, and we'll turn this thing around. Alrighty, So, like I said, we had a lot of fun. We got stuff done. These were things that I wanted to get done before the year anyhow. I wanted to get this cornet done before January 1st. So that would give me 3 zombie group builds for mine and Paul's zombie group build that we're hosting. That's going to be really cool. I've got 2 done. We already got those videos posted. And of course, the buddy build demon slash tribute build for me is way behind schedule. Way behind schedule. Like I said, I had it in paint. I just couldn't put myself to put it together. I was not happy with it. I know I could do better. I spent a lot of time on some issues with that body, the door handles, all that stuff. So I figured, you know what, I'm just going to keep going forward. We're going to sand it. We're going to block it out. We're going to fix those areas and recoat it. And we did that. And I'm very, very proud that I just kind of took a little break from it and came back to it. So the big thing is to not take a huge break from it and come back to it. So we've got that done. So hopefully we'll be able to get both of these done in the next month. That's going to be the goal. And that will be off my list. The shop truck I would like to have done this month as well. So we're gonna putz with that a little bit today too. I want to get the interior done for the Coronet. The motor is printing right now for the Coronet, and then after that, it's just going to be a matter of time of getting the body decaled, cleared, and then assemble it. Everything else is pretty much ready to get glued on. The chassis is drying. We did all the inner fender wells body color. So yeah, really, really excited. So very excited, to be honest with you. And same thing with my kid. He's going to be very happy to have something that he can plop down on the table. He's been really, really itching to take a build to a model show that he's done. So really cool. With that, today's final is going to be at 4 p.m. Eastern Time to 8 is when Bruce wants to go live. It's been a lot of fun for our first annual Turkey Thanksgiving shootout group build. Like I said earlier, we had a lot of fun meeting some new people, and we had a lot of fun just building model cars and shooting the breeze. So thanks again, everybody. Look more for these 2 Coronets. We're going to call this the father-son buddy build from here on out, /zombie, being that we're resurrecting them. But mainly it's going to be the father-son buddy build. So look for more on that in the future. And we're going to be excited to get these Coronets done. See y'all later, everybody.